This is the only programme in Britain where you get the news before it has actually happened. It's a huge story. It's an inquiry. It's a potential contempt. The idea that the High Court had ruled that the messages should be shared with the inquiry, and they haven't been. Boris Johnson claims that somehow the security services have ordered him not to do it because it's not safe, which just sounds like nonsense. The BBC reported yesterday that government officials have attempted to help Mr. Johnson access the data on the phone while in the company of his representatives, but it's never been in the sole possession of the government as it belongs to Mr. Johnson. Inevitably, he said that he would have full cooperation and happy to disclose any material. But I think we might be coming close to the point. Don't shoot me down if I get this one wrong, all right? You know what my predictions are like. Pretty close to perfect lately. Well, since 2016, really. But how surprised would you be if the next chapter of this story involves nobody being able to remember the passcode? I don't know enough about phones. When my father passed away and I wanted to get into his BlackBerry, I couldn't. And I thought, I'll take it to one of those shops, I'll take it to one of those market stores that says, we unlock phones and things like that. And they couldn't do it. They couldn't unlock phones. So I actually don't know what the technology is these days. But with that as a caveat, with my absolute admission of ignorance on the technological possibilities and otherwise, how stunned would you be if it emerged that Boris Johnson just couldn't remember the code to get his phone open anymore, or he'd lost his thumb? You could just about imagine him claiming that. Well, I was very keen to cooperate fully with the inquiry, but it is my phone is activated by my thumbprint, and unfortunately, through no fault of my own, I have lost my thumb. I have misplaced my thumb. Thummus Maximus has gone absentia. So I cannot open said phone with said thumb because said thumb has gone AWOL. Could you imagine Boris Johnson? I mean, not quite, but you wouldn't be too stunned, would you? So you've got a big problem here, I think, because that period up until May 2021 is crucial. It involves the period where he skipped 5 Cobra meetings. Does it involve it involves the period when he was reportedly at death's door himself, doesn't it? And you need to remember as well that the government didn't want it to be handed over. So this is a right old palaver. Because he keeps saying he's happy to do it. He's happy for them to see everything while not actually managing to provide the stuff he says that they're happy to see. Downing Street are saying that he hasn't really lost his thumb. Stop texting me. Downing Street are saying that they don't want this to be handed over for reasons of sensitivity, working on the principle that you cannot trust a single syllable that comes out of Boris Johnson's mouth ever. He probably doesn't want it to come out either. He's just saying that he does because A, it gives him the best result in the short term, and B, it embarrasses Downing Street. But why wouldn't they want it to come out? All of the other messages have been handed over. All of the other, it's just this one phone, this one collection of WhatsApp messages that has not been complied with. So you've got exchanges with Rishi Sunak, Simon Case, Matt Hancock, remember him, all sorts of people, but they're held on a mobile phone which has been turned off and securely locked away since May 2021. So have we got the time? Have we got the time that I said it this morning? So at about 5 minutes past 11 today, I'm sorry for getting so excited about this. I'm just relieved he hasn't lost his thumb. That would have been so embarrassing, wouldn't it? So quite breathtaking, really, that at approximately 5 minutes past 11 today, i.e. fewer than 40 minutes ago, right, I said this. Inevitably, he said that he would have full cooperation and happy to disclose any material. But I think we might be coming close to the point. Don't shoot me down if I get this one wrong, all right? You know what my predictions are like. Pretty close to perfect lately. Well, since 2016, really. But how surprised would you be if the next chapter of this story involves nobody being able to remember the passcode. 11:04, right? Give or take? Sorry, 11:05 and 34 seconds. 11:05 and 34 seconds. You can rewind live radio. There's never been a more exciting time to rewind live radio on the Global Player app. 11:05 and 34 seconds, I said that. And then at 11:41, Stephen Swinford at The Times reports exclusively that Boris Johnson has been unable to give the COVID inquiry WhatsApp messages from his old iPhone because he has forgotten the passcode. This is the only programme in Britain where you get the news before it has actually happened.